some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin.
Can we talk? Okay, we all know Prince Valium is a pill, but you could have married him for your father's sake and then had a headache for the next 25 years. Will you turn that thing off?
What? What is it?
I was saying, do you realize what you've done?
Yes, and I'm glad. Glad.
I wonder if she's glad.
Hello.
Awesome. Hearing about that's awesome.
Yes, Space Buns, the movie.
It's all good. It's all good. It's as good as watching Chelsea lose to Dino Zagreb. So yeah.
Oh, is it that time of year again?
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Oh, I've just watched the Liverpool press conference for tomorrow night, which ended with somebody going blah blah blah. Liverpool's official page tweeted that you know fans need to be careful in Napoli. I'm just thinking, yeah, they fucking do, because your fans are fucking lunatics. And Klopp just went off on one. It was beautiful to watch. I always like it when somebody asks Klopp a stupid question because he doesn't even attempt to answer it. He just went, it's a stupid question. You're attempting to get a headline out of me. I'm not going to give it to you. And if you can't think of any real questions, I'll go back to the hotel because I want to go back to the hotel.
Well,
that was the last question of the interview.
Well, that's the only way to work with annoying cunts.
Oh, it's not even annoying. It's the fact that everybody needs to have an opinion on everything these days, including football managers. So they'll say things like, raw sewage in the sea. What do you think the government should be doing about it? He's going, I'm a football coach. I coach a football team. Ask me about football.
Fair enough.
That's just like great.
Everything else is my private thinking that doesn't belong into any newspaper.
Like Dick Advocat, Dick by name, Dick by nature.
Welcome, Deadly Dutch Soap Dodger, Demon Sub, Dark Denigan, Amanda. Welcome to this very unsurprisingly 30 minutes of Hobby Hangouts.
Tightly scripted.
Very
before we get into it. So I've been watching more of Bruce, and he did a DNA test, and it's the best thing ever. Because obviously he's Scots Ganesh, and it's particularly funny because when he opened up the results in front of his family, it went English and Nigerian. That's like being English twice. Nigeria, the England of West Africa. This is just the worst thing I've ever seen. I go, that's fucking great. Oh, so good. Anybody who doesn't watch Scottish history tours? I want to say Scottish history tours. They're only like little 15-minute long things about Scottish history, but it's really good. Foreigners, you'll probably need subtitles on, and it still won't help you. Anyway.
Yeah, there are some videos out there where you actually need to go, I know you're speaking English, still can't understand a word.
Actually, he's really good, but every now and again he'll throw in, like, pure Raj. He's a ball bag.
There's a guy on YouTube, the channel is called Marty T, and he's restoring or making work of old technical equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And today he was in some kind of sort of museum and was talking with older guys building engines.
Nice.
And there was every other word I understood, and the rest was just and it got so worse that he actually put in on-screen text to explain what they are talking.
Sweet. That's what you want, really, isn't it? That's what you want.
Short summary. The engine won't work. Okay, now I get it. Easy boy, welcome.
So it's all good in and of the hood. That's what we come to believe by that, anyway. You need to watch a lot of Frank. Watch a lot of Fred Dibner stuff. He was fucking excellent.
Does he explain a lot?
Oh, he explains fucking everything. Oh, so much stuff will get explained right at you. It'll get explained up in your head, boy. as they say in France.
Speaking of France,
Yes.
there's a tiny country next to France. That's Germany, and I think some German guy did some project. See what I did there? See what I did there?
Oh, it's a fucking hell of a segue, you mad
Yeah.
bastard. Yeah.
Right in there.
Right in there, right up there, like a rat up a drain pipe.
Oh, there it is. I hope it goes up. Yeah, it goes up.
Yep.
So 42 is, again, doing a lot of Star Wars work.
Yep.
After he has enraged himself a bit on the spelling of Wookiee.
You know, only a little bit.
A tiny
It's
bit.
not that bad. It can't be, you know, I mean, really, isn't it? But I'm not really here for the miniatures, although the miniatures are very nice. I mean, he's not even really painted most of that speeder yet, but it already looks fucking great.
The first thing that came to my mind when I saw that picture was, is this some kind of cloaking device mechanism? Decloaking?
Could be, sure, why not? Let's not ruin the illusion. But really why we're here is specifically for Jabba Nubata. Because I really like Jabba's Palace Battle Force.
Yeah, his work in progress DIY Battle Force with homemade cards and rules.
I will say pulling the strings as an ability is good, but I will never not imagine it as Bela Lugosi from the Ed Wood movie. Pull the strings, pull the strings, pull the strings.
Yeah, some audio cues have just ingrained themselves into one's mind. Same as for me when I hear or read the word lever, I always go, wrong lever, krong!
That's from that cartoon.
Yeah. And I can't even remember what the cartoon is about. All I remember is the scene where he goes...
I've never seen it, but I've seen the meme a million times, so I feel like I've seen the film.
Yeah, probably I'd never seen the movie too and just know the memes, but I never know.
Oh, but yeah, the whole idea of Jabba's Palace Battle Force is beautiful and really interesting when you're looking at it. Things like the scheming Major Domo for Bib, being able to have an additional command card set aside as a contingency in case your plans go fucking haywire. It's just great. I really like it.
Yeah, and there's so much artwork done here that's... I
imagine the artwork's probably the easiest part of it.
Well, yeah, but unless there's some kind of somebody made a program where you can actually just punch in numbers and then it does all the work for you.
You know, there are templates and stuff on there's a face page group all about making cards for Star Wars Legion. So there may be some of that at play. Weirdly, the fact that there's still a lot of play testing to do there, according to Fulcrum, who would possibly know. Potentially. Weirdly, I think Warren wants to talk about game design in the next LBS. Not this week, but next week maybe.
Didn't he already do that?
Well,
more than once, I feel.
Possibly, but he's inviting somebody on the show to have a chat with them about it.
Invitation.
Yeah. But yeah. Besides, if we don't do things more than once, there wouldn't be any more shows. There's only so much you could do. Have you painted some miniatures? Yep. Well, we can't talk about that again.
I've painted different miniatures. Hooray!
Oh, I really hope AI does not come into it. I have a feeling it might.
How are the chances about that?
Slim.
Yeah. There has been some debate on other parts of the internet about game design, AI, and artists, and it went as you expected.
Did they all have to go and pick up a tall, cool can of dry your eyes? Dry your eyes. Fucking awesome. Class.
I'll let you know I'm not drinking the brown today.
Oh, well, that's good.
So I try to stay reasonable. It's
That's on
just double caffeinated cola.
Hi, Dave.
Dave,
Yeah.
welcome back.
Yeah, I like the fact that 42 is sort of moving beyond just making everybody appalled by their paint jobs. And moving into making people appalled by their off-book design of battle forces.
Arts and crafts and rule development. And the worst part would be if he would get another gold butt for that.
Oh yeah, that would be terrible. Utterly just the worst.
When Ben decides, oh, we need something deserving of a gold button that isn't terrain, miniature, or building stuff. Oh,
That's why there should be battle reports. But it's almost like, I mean, so many games have released scum and villainy factions. It gets referenced all the fucking time, and then when Legion finally get around to doing it, they go with the fucking Pike Syndicate. And the fact that they didn't just go balls deep with Jabba and the Hutts kind of offends me in many respects. The fact I'm not looking at Gamorreans, Weequay, and all the rest kicking around and stabbing people with vibro axes. It's just it.
Yeah. What I find very weird is they have established 2 Star Wars games at Atomic Mass Games, and they both use the term scum and villainy.
Yeah.
Why stray from that? My guess is maybe there was
because it's not Fantasy Flight anymore.
Yeah, but maybe it was input from Disney saying, yeah, you need to do Pikes because Pikes will be a major part in Boba Fett.
Are they? They're going to be a major part in Boba Fett.
The series, yes, Book of Boba Fett has Pikes.
Right. I honestly couldn't tell you, despite having watched all the episodes. It was so mind-numbingly fucking boring, with a lackluster cunt of a character in the main, that I came so close to topping myself just to make the misery end.
Yeah, the Pikes were in it, more or less.
It was all balls. It was so balls. You know what I would have watched? A fucking show about Fennec Shan, the only person who apparently is competent, and she spends a lot of time not in fucking shot or telling Bubbly Feets to wind his neck and fucking do something. Bubbly Feets, we should do something before we get fucked over. I
found the character
will not rule by fear.
The character of
Fucking bounty
Maheti
hunter.
was very, very on point as well.
Shoot somebody in the fucking head. Oh, Bubbly Feets was terrible. It's like every time they go, everybody loves the character. Let's see how we can make him even less interesting. Again, he's a fucking cure for insomnia. Christ. The best episodes were whenever they just decided, this is going so incredibly well that we're going to cut away from the action to just follow fucking the Mandalorian for 2 episodes on completely different planets and introduce Baby Yoda again. That's how well your show is going when they return to another show.
And Baby Yoda even got a tiny chainmail.
Yep. Well, he would. I quite like that because I'm a fan of Lone Wolf and Cub, and it's very similar to what he did at the start when he was trying to decide whether or not he should bring his kid with him on his quest for vengeance or whether he should just kill it now.
Yeah.
Because he put like a rattle and a knife in front of it, and if it picked up the toy, he knew it just didn't have the balls to be going on a kill crazy rampage with his dad for the next couple of years. But thankfully, it didn't pick up the ball. It picked up the knife and therefore avoided having a plastic bag put over its head and fucked in the river. So, bam.
Lighthearted. Shall we go
All
on to the next project?
Yes, yeah. Anyway, it'd be interesting to hear how the playtest process goes on. 42, by the way.
Maybe describe that process with a battle report.
Well, no, not even. The problem is you can overcorrect sometimes, or correct too much too soon. Because if you change one thing, it has a knock-on effect to the rest of the game. So you might go, oh, shooting's overpowered, and then change shooting, and then also increase armor. And then because you've done two things at once, it completely fucks everything you've done. But the fact that you're not trying to design a whole game, but just a faction that works within a game helps, because it should just be balancing issues then. But, you know.
Yeah. Also, you can
okay.
steal ideas from other characters and just make them fit.
Mm.
So, Daffit.
Yeah. There's a bugger off saying, about you, big man. Yes, Infinita.
Infinite problem? What problem? I don't see problem. I see painted miniatures.
Oops.
Where problem?
Sorry. I was clicking on things and I clicked into post rather than the main thing. Although, you know, all you have to do is hit back to blog if you're feeling particularly frisky, people. But, yeah. I think we seen the US Adriana stuff earlier. But since then, there have been several other additions, including the Super Fantastic Great.
Did he do stuff like what's his face?
There's Salamander. There we go. I really like that tag with its big whippy tail for extra spiking. Well, here, except for the rain, prefer that to being cooked alive. Yeah. Yes, yellow nomads. So different. Small, yellow, different. It's interesting because we were talking about Infinity today. I was trying to get John to paint my Infinity stuff for me.
Isn't that usually what Warren does? Get other people to do his hobby?
Yeah, but Warren's got builders in and they've ripped through the fibre that it took him like a year to get installed, so he currently doesn't have access to internet to tell John to paint his stuff. So I thought I'd sweep in and use the opportunity there.
Please tell me you just made that up.
No. But while we were talking about it, I was going, well, you know, you could paint my boot camp battle force that I still haven't got around to doing. But on the plus side, if I had painted them, they'd be in the wrong colours now that JSA have changed and broke away from Yuching. So in that respect, I've saved myself having to strip back miniatures and repaint them. So bonus. But then it let me sort of thinking about alternative colour schemes, because you often don't see it. I can't remember if I threw a link into a bloke last week. I might have done it in the House of Water, #BestHouse. But he was painting the US Adriana there at the bottom of this, but he was painting them up in Coca-Cola colours. Because with all the big megacorps in the future, there's no way Coke still doesn't exist. And if it exists, it's clearly going to be owned by US Adriana. So he painted them all up in red and white. Didn't have the little swoosh, which I kind of feel bad for them for. But having seen that, so what would normally be all the camo all the time, and then seeing these guys looking more like Yuching than the standard sort of red-black nomads. There's probably tons of people who do it a lot more, but I so often see just the cookie colour schemes that now I'm going, actually they look really cute like that.
I now can't stop thinking about what corporation would be in a science fiction future still pushing their 2000 corporate identity color schemes. And the only one that comes to mind is the Deutsche Telekom still going, magenta is ours. You'll have no right to use it.
You know. What's IBM Big Blue?
I think they forfeit that as a color, but German Telekom actually has rights reserved to use the color magenta as a company color exclusively.
Well, they can do that. I'm pretty sure nobody else gives a shit about magenta.
Most people don't know. Yeah, Daffit does great paint job again and hammers them out like there's no tomorrow. But then again, if you're playing Infinity, I guess for the characters, there is mostly no tomorrow because they die.
Oh, they don't die.
They don't?
No, no, no.
Boring game.
Little teddy bears. They're all golden yellow like little teddy bears. Should be. Like Steiff. Probably got little tags in their ears.
Oh,
So
great.
you know they're expensive ones.
Well, that's a premium on miniatures then.
Oh, yeah. Very much so. But yeah, anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I just like the look of it. I'm like that. I like them. They're nice.
Is there any other color scheme apart from Coca-Cola that would really fit?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there is. Like, there's no reason why you got, with big corporations and shit, there's tons of stuff.
Oh, I know.
Sure, you go Subway.
No, a lot better. You go toothpaste. Crest. Durex,
Blue.
blue and white.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you're going to go for the rubbers, then surely Trojan would be perfect for the Alf. Running about the place looking like Greeks.
Tesco, blue and red. What color was 7-Eleven again? Was it 7-Eleven?
No idea. I just remember their neon being orange. It may have been orange and green, but I don't know.
Oh, McDonald's.
Mickey D's, the Golden Arches, of course.
Yeah.
Red and yellow. Yeah. I mean, there's so many you can do if you're going to start going into the corporations for it.
I wonder if anybody has ever thought of a miniature tabletop game going, yeah, this is the secret war that run underground between corporations.
Yeah, probably. What was it called? Mercs? Wasn't it all megacorps fighting each other?
I know that somebody did Counter-Strike maps back in the day fighting in an Aldi, which was fun.
Just need to get on board with Wendy's. They've got the best PR.
Like in the
Billion Suns.
what's it called? The comic where Wendy's is having sex.
Eddie Stobart
Is having sex with the Burger King and goes, "I'm loving it."
Get the fuck out of my house. Anyway, yeah. There's plenty of them kicking around, I'm sure. You too.
Probably. Just need to look if I wanted to.
Why would you not want to?
Reasons. Mostly time and money.
Rat bastard.
So what's next after Infinity?
McGregor just hit the post.
Oh no. What does the poor post have done to him?
Who knows? Not saying anything. Speaking of ships, like a billion suns. Ships, I see no ships.
I see your ships, I raise your boats.
Boats, I see no rigging.
Well, it would be a bit weird to have engine-driven...
Yeah, it would be weird to have rigging on any toy boat. You're right. Just need to... Don't need to go any further. You just stop. Just stop there.
Stop in the name of love.
If you say so. Don't start dancing and singing though. But yeah, Nick has well, it's been like a couple of weeks, so he's knocked out about 15 more fleets.
There's definitely something to him going all mental on these.
Oh yeah, and if it was the only thing he was doing, I would go fair fucks to you, Nick. But I know it's not, because I watch him and I listen to him talking on fucking Mondays with Ringo, and he's doing X, Y, and Z. I mean, these things are shot out in an afternoon. I hate him so much. Not really, Nick, I love you. But he does just seem to get through this thing at a fucking rate that's criminal. Absolutely criminal. Anyway, so yeah, some sort of Russian-y fleet, and I quite like the fact that even though it's called the Black Wolf Battle Fleet, there's a very strong White Russian theme, shall we say. You know, before the Bolsheviks arrived, you've got the White Russians with all those strikingly white ships. You do have the little miniature fleet of, may or may not be submersibles, who knows.
Flying or skimming aerocrans.
Yep. Always good for a laugh. and the Anastasia, the massive dockyard. I really like that. I like the whiteness of it.
Yeah, at that
I would do
size
it
you
myself
don't.
because fuck, that'd be
At that
madness.
size you don't need to worry about being camouflaged. You just
I'm a
go,
stalker.
I'm here.
You didn't say that last night in your sleep.
Who? What? Where?
Mick.
I never sleep. It's getting warm here again. I think I mixed some alcohol in my cola.
Oh no.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't do that to cola. Not on stream.
Wow. But yeah.
How viable would be or how possible? Oh wait, wordings words hard.
Yeah. Pick one and run with it.
How would you think? How high are the possibilities for him to make a shoot of all his ships on one table to see the actual extent of his armies?
We could ask him. He is, after all, in the best house. Unlikely. Might get him to put him on the bed.
At this point, I think he needs a bit more than just one bed.
Yeah, see how to double. Be fine. We're fine here. We're fine.
All is fine.
We're all fine here. But yeah, just annoying, isn't he? Really, it's just really annoying.
Yeah, people getting stuff done is a
Oh,
weird
it's
flex.
appalling. It's just the worst. Just the worst. I spent most of the day swearing at fucking Batman miniatures. For fuck's sake. On the plus side,
Batman?
my compressor arrived, so I can start airbrushing again.
Oh, did the old one die?
Oh, it evacuated itself all over the floor
Oh,
in a mixture of oil and water. Thankfully, my compressor sat between a load of plug sockets and my computer, so all the oil and water was hemmed in, so it couldn't get anywhere. So that was good.
oh, that's not good.
Oh, I just got another shitty one, so because I could get it on a 2-day turnaround from Amazon. I was going to get one of the ones that Bart Sharp are doing now that they reckon are better quality, but they're on holidays until the 19th of September. And it's like, I have so much painting that needs to be done. I can't just wait. So fuck it. Here's 80 quid, cans. If it lasts, the last one lasted about 15 years. If this one lasts something similar, I'll be fucking ecstatic.
Yeah, that's you can't go ask for very much more, I think.
No.
And there isn't too much mechanical to them, so unless they just starts exploding around the place.
I took the top off to see what was going on, see if there was moisture in the
tank.
pump valve part
No.
above it. No, just like, take the motor off the top. Anyway, when I took it off, I could see through to what should be solid pieces of cast metal. One was completely gone, and the other one had little pock marks in it. And I'm going, oh, this fucker is on his way out for a while, isn't it? You've been so thin. In my defense, for the first X number of years, I didn't really do enough maintenance on it. Certainly didn't drain the drainage tank often enough.
That's a rookie mistake.
Even at that, still fucking survived for 50 years. So fuck them.
Yeah, the compressor it's a disposable item at this point. At that price, they are selling those.
Well, this one was cheaper than my original one because the cost of electronics have gone down, apparently, or electrical items have gone down over the years. The company I got it from went away 5 years ago because I looked them up to see if I just get another one from them. It's like, not going anymore. Kept finding some twat doing fucking t-shirts. Going, well, you're clearly not the person I bought this from.
Demon Sub is suggesting you should do a big lifestyle teardown of this compressor.
I've already fucked it in the bin. Although it doesn't get picked up for another week, but I'm not going back in the bin. Have you ever been caught bin hooking there, Tim? Have you ever been caught bin hooking?
Nope.
No, you must be very good at it.
Yes.
Shall we?
Up
Shuffle
the next one. So,
Get a spudger. If I had a spudger, that'd be great. I had to get a spudger earlier for I have one of these for putting my clamps in for when I'm airbrushing. And it's like a cheap plastic thing, and people be going, it falls over so easily, but then I spudgered it open and filled the entire base that wasn't the holy bits with plasticine, and now it's like a fucking solid brick. And it's not going to blow over whenever I put my clamps and pins in it, so winner.
so, and also it's a melee weapon of sorts.
Yeah. It's all good. It's amazing what you can do with plasticine. You should always keep plasticine in your house. If you get bored during work, you can just make like snakes and butterflies and stuff. It's good. Anyway.
So, James Stockwell.
JMS.
This isn't looking like Urukai.
No. We've just looked at Dystopian Wars from Business Daddy. This is Dystopian Wars before Business Daddy had them. So this is just a couple of shots of his game of Dystopian Wars, what he played with his mate, and that he's going to try and stay away from. No,
why,
not at the moment.
Why
Although, did you notice that one of the plastic women looks like Frey with her space buds? What's wrong with you?
Why is there a self-propelled tank
Rocket?
thingamajig in the background?
Berserker-like thing? Because you never know. You never know.
I have questions.
Do you know?
But I don't know if I really want the answers to those. Best not.
Well, I'd like to point out it's not in the initial picture. So something happened between deployment and, turn 3 combat that required them to break out.
In German we call that a Meinungsverstärker, an amplifier of opinion.
What we may have to do is there you go about it. There's Paul messaging me about Kings of War New Edition type thing.
Oh, the third picture they've cropped it out so that nobody's seeing how bad it actually got. I'm going to guess there's some dead body lying at the sides now. Or at least bloody, beaten. Beaten bloody. Beaten bloody.
Beaten bloody. Bloody fuck you bloody.
Yeah, those guys.
Are you one of those Indian guys?
Spooders!
Spooders indeed. When we get away from the watery death that is Dystopian Wars. There are a whole bunch of Wagames Atlantic spooders with non-Wagames Atlantic goblins sitting on them. They are so cute though. Look how cute they are.
I really
All they're
like
missing
them.
is a giant one.
There is one in the middle, isn't there?
No,
It's a double base?
No. That's not a giant spider. It's one of those terrible elf things. It probably has a name in D&D.
Okay.
What you call them? Yeah, no, I can't remember. Drider? Are they called Driders? They're drow spiders. That sounds like something that D&D would come up with. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, no, they just need a giant spider like the one I got from Spellcrew. That would be awesome. So awesome. Anyway, below that, the Orcish Horde all arrayed for gaming, and there's even like a little battle report as well.
Oh no!
Oh yeah! Oh, so good. Raid on Norristown.
Oh,
Even
that's
used
a lot
Fallen
of
Giant
orcs.
template. I mean, I've not seen a Fallen Giant template in fucking forever.
So many Warg Riders.
Yeah, but Goblin Wolf Riders were kind of shit. It doesn't matter how many you've got, they're all still kind of shit.
They all die in the end.
All die in the end. Like John.
John? John died?
John dies in the end. It's a book / film.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
The film is based on a book. They're both
Neither
called
read
John Dies in the End.
neither read the books nor did watch any of the later episodes, so all I know is he's boring.
Oh no, John Dies at the End is the name of the book and the name of the film. and it's completely unconnected with whatever you think it's connected to.
Oh, okay.
That is the whole thing.
And the pun in the movie is John doesn't die.
You have to watch it for yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Doug, we're not doing Stargrave. We're going to do an Undaunted week. I have behind me Undaunted Stalingrad, which isn't out until November.
How is that possible?
Because they sent a prototype copy because I'm going to be filming a load of stuff for the themed week. It's in this box here. It's fucking enormous.
Oh, look, cardboard terrain.
Better than that. Fallen Giant template somewhere. Not in that picture, but elsewhere. Fear the Fallen Giant. Go on, start fearing.
The see-through.
There it is. There it is. Look at it.
Thingamajig.
I've got that, and I was always really annoyed by it because it was, well, it was GW, so it was relatively expensive. Didn't need it, but it was nice enough. But what they did was they took the Giant model and then pushed it into some sort of mold. So one of its feet isn't attached to its leg, and you can see the square peg that the model glues together with. That's just like, for the love of fuck, would it have taken you 3 minutes to glue it together and convert it slightly and then cast that, rather than just separating the foot and
Here's the effort level that any hobbyist would do. This is what we would expect from a company to do, and this is where Games Workshop actually went.
Far below it. So far below it. Is it any good? It's a bit pricey of pre-order. I mean, I could show you. It's probably some sort of embargo, so I can't really show you. I'll open up. I'll lift the box up and go look at the size of this box. You can't. That's probably the best you'll manage. I've got a load of other things that There's Batman as well. You know the size of Undaunted, don't you? Mech, old buddy, old pal. Oh, sweet zombie Jesus.
People come for the hobby and stay for the sound.
This big.
And it looks especially heavy by the sounds you're making.
It's it's big. Bigly big.
It looks like double the size of what the usual board game boxes
I'm going to say it's double and more the size of fucking Undaunted. 375 cards, 129 map tiles, although there'll be less of those because they're double-sided. Although that's still an odd number, so that's weird. 204 tokens, 4 dice, and 4 booklets. That is true. There are 4 D10 in this, which I could steal for other games. There's the inside of the box, in case you're wondering.
German HQ, Soviet HQ.
And that's all you get to say, because I'm fairly certain even that's embargoed. So.
Oh no!
Don't get any more than that. I've not had a chance to go through it. Yeah, it literally arrived today, and I was doing other things, so I opened it, looked at it, and went, "Oh, that's all very nice," and then closed it again. It's for tomorrow's Jer.
Save it for later.
Yep. Honestly, don't know, mate. I haven't looked at anything, so I can't tell you anything beyond the fact it's that size. Fucking heavy.
This is a very old school looking board, if I may say so. Classical almost.
I mean, it's a good gaming table. Is that what you're saying? I'm
Yes.
100% with you on that, yeah.
That's what I was hinting at.
Yeah. It's playable. Look, watch them as they play. Wow.
Cat!
Look, they're using an A-frame to raise some sort of monolith. And then there's a giant monster attack. Giant monster attack.
This is what a randomization die gets you. Sudden attack of the feline monster.
There is 6th edition. Was that 6th?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the same rulebook I have.
I had to look because 6th and 7th were very fucking similar. It's the hammer and shield on the front cover were different. Not much in the actual book itself was different at all. It's true though. Anyway,
I couldn't tell you. I've never read that. It's sitting in my shelf for 25 years now.
right, you're just the worst.
I strive for excellence.
I break for Star Destroyers.
I want to be the best worst person in the universe.
Oh, congrats, you well done.
So who's next?
Next, it's and this will surprise some people. It's a post that is in many respects about
Kniggets?
Warhammer. Yeah.
Whamster.
Can be used for 9th Age as well, but why bother? Nobody's got time to read that many tables and try and work out what the fuck a charge is based on their gibberish. I'm actually getting a headache just thinking about the tables explaining how a charge works. And I know how a charge works because it's just Warhammer. Anyway, Umbra done a couple of bits and pieces since we were here last. The Kniggets are particularly nice. I really like the standard.
Lay in paint?
Empress. I don't know what an Empress is. It's like an emperor prince of an emperor. I don't know. Anyway,
Lay imprints. Can't tell. Saint something. Jude?
yep. Patron saint of lost causes, like attempting to read the rules for 9th edition.
Militia.
Are the rules as bad as Johnny Reb? Yes. I would say worse. Much worse. Anyway, yes, the militia are particularly nice. Weirdly, my militia are nearly all carrying pistols and muskets. Then I had enough models to make all pistols and muskets. Oh, mold lines, don't worry, we'll get to them later on. But the militia are quite tidy. The pièce de resistance, there was the Imperial Giant, which I didn't know they made that, but now I know they make that. I kind of need to own one.
I have a feeling I've seen that before in the way back time, but I couldn't be sure. It definitely looks interesting.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's a giant dressed like an Imperial troop. Perfect for an Imperial Giant.
Oh,
Bastard, call me a hot dog. Is the bumper new book worth getting over the standard one? Yes. I don't know if you've got any of the Kings of War stuff, Doug, but the Clash of Kings book is £25, which is that one. Uncharted Empires, I think, is 20 or 25. Halby's Rift was definitely 20. The Gamers Edition is, I think, 20. Might be 25. Anyway, that new book contains all of those books plus what would be the new Clash of King rules. So for £35, you're getting
a lot of paper.
all of those books worth of rules, less the fluff and stuff. But for gaming, if you want to play, it has everything in it. There's literally, you won't be told, oh, you want to play Halflings, then you're going to need to get Clash of Kings 2022 for the Halfling army list. Everything is in there, plus all the errata and FAQs have been added. I've just pre-ordered 2 copies because needed them as well. It's a magnificent giant hazy boy, and I may have to go to Mom Miniatures and pick one up. I don't need another giant. I've got quite a lot of them.
But you want one?
Yeah, why not? It will go very nicely with the Imperial-looking ogres that Wargames Atlantic showed off this week. It's like, oh, there's the Landsknecht. Oh, I love those ogres. Please give them to me now. Faster, please. Faster.
Speaking of books, the review you put out on OTT about the wargaming painting book,
Mm-hmm.
I was quite intrigued and then horribly disappointed because the book is available in English, Spanish, and French.
There you go.
While,
See? Languages.
whilst other publications by them are also available in German, but this book, for some odd reason, not.
It might not have been translated yet. Maybe the German translation team just went, no, we're not taking. Fuck yous.
Who do I need to kill?
Liz Truss.
Nah, that's on you. That's not my.
We were so close there, lads. We were so fucking close.
We did that once, trying to get over there to do some Anschluss. Not doing that again.
Couldn't get it exact enough. That's it. There's probably somebody. I mean, one of the painters is Dave Emery, and he was probably a bit slapdash. And the guy translating it went, "What? You just sort of splodged the stuff on? I'm not translating this."
This is not how you do proper painting.
Very much so. Very much so.
Well, Taurus, that would be also a thing that maybe German painters don't want help.
If you learn Spanish quickly enough, there's going to be a copy of it given away on the weekender.
Nope.
It was hilarious. Jamie contacted me because he did the edit for the English. He proofread and edited it. And he went, see the new book? I went, seen it? Already pre-ordered it, Jamie. He went, oh, I was wondering if you'd like to review it. I went, sure, whenever I get my copy. He went, do you want another copy apart from the one you've ordered? I went, fuck it, why not? We'll give it away as a prize. So it arrived last week, and I got a message from one Saturday going, did that book arrive okay? And I went, yep. I went, is it in English? I went, I honestly don't know because I didn't open it. Because I went, I know what this is. It's one we're giving away as a prize. I'll leave it in the packet. So I opened it and it's on Spanish. I was like, wow.
Well,
it's just as well I'd already bought my own copy, so I could do that.
But at least it speaks volumes that he knew there was some mess up when he asked this question.
Yeah. Well, I got a notification that there's going to be another copy arriving with me tomorrow, which apparently will be in English. In which case, I'm just going to give away both copies on a weekender. And if people tag themselves that they don't mind the Spanish edition, then fuck it, you're probably in with a better chance of winning.
Yeah, if you
Not
just
sure
want
how
to
many
look at the
Spaniards.
pictures.
Yeah, well, you know, I suppose you could do that. Be a bit dull. Anyway. much
So
was the
I couldn't tell
postage
you
for
how
Meg?
much consistencies
would-
translated. A lot
I
of.
have to. Oh, good question. Let me see. Because I pre-ordered it ages ago. Oh, I know. It'll be in my account on Meg. Probably wasn't that bad. Bearing in mind, we don't pay import or any of that shit because we're not part of Brexit. So everything for us is just continued pretty much as is, despite the best part of the Tory party trying to fuck us. Pricks.
Yeah,
Not me in my account. Anyway,
while
while
you
I'm
look
looking
at
this up,
that,
we can
look at the next
probably
one.
go on. Yeah. Which is from somebody called Tough Years. Is it Tough Years? I think it's Tough Years. I always get confused and never know which one it is.
I think I cracked the code. It's 2 years.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's totally
That
legit.
makes sense.
And I don't know why this little boy is wearing a helmet that's way too big for his own what's it, head.
I went for priority shipping, so it was 15 euros, so it's like 10, 12 quid. I'm not sure if there was different shipping rates available, but I couldn't be arsed waiting.
Why do people take photos that make me do this? This hurts.
You don't have to do that. You can click on it, it'll go the right way up.
Oh.
No. You're welcome.
Let's see if this works.
You probably didn't hear that, but I said the wrong version of your.
Oh. Who cares? Oh no.
Anyway, Tuffy's been beavering away while people haven't been keeping tabs on her. So
Again.
that's why you always have to keep tabs on them.
Yeah,
Looks
hit
like Baldy
refresh
Man.
every day at least once when Tuffy is. What the hell?
That's Hitler Cat.
Oh.
Just like you, that cat really likes Hitler.
And it's sitting next to a Volkswagen.
Of course it is. Where else would it be?
Inside a Mercedes.
Oh, that would work.
Yeah.
Half time, Celtic managed to fucking hold Madrid and had a couple of really good chances. Just keeping people up to date, just so they know.
Tuffy is trying to make me work for my puns here.
The double post I particularly liked. I mean, if you're going to double post, replace with a double post.
Yeah, since you can't delete it, but you can make best use of it. I tip my hat to you, Tuffy. This is... why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, you're not clever enough. It's because you have no sense of humor. You're German.
Yeah, probably right. Probably right. It's a genetic thing. And
really like before you go off on explaining how German genetics are superior to everybody else's.
I was just thinking about how do I get out of this?
Oh, don't worry about it. I really like the verdigris on the bronze statue type thing of the Sistor. Which is a shame, really, because if you think about it, that statue couldn't have been up that long if it's got that little verdigris on it, and it's already been blown to dust. It's the 41st millennium is just shit for sculptors and monumental raisers.
Yeah. Or maybe somebody is still trying to keep that clean and polishes it.
After so many years, why can't you delete them? That would require them to, I think, rebuild the site. Please don't do that. Just need to take all this code out.
I have noticed that something has changed. There's a different comment tool now.
Oh, they're doing something in the background, and every bit of it is agony. Fucking agony. You know the amount of things that they've posted on YouTube but haven't posted on the fucking OTT site, and I've had to go into the back end and kick the shit out of it. It's very annoying.
Whee!
Yes.
The horrible 3D printed thingamajig, though I like the idea.
She no longer needs to hire paparazzi to drive errant daughter-in-laws into walls. She can now pursue them herself, fucking all the high beams on and just ramming them into the wall herself. Gives her a tremendous sense of satisfaction.
I love your mentioning of high beams because these actually look like a fuckload of lights in front.
Oh yeah, I'm fairly certain that's exactly what they are.
Oh, bugger off. You've made one other Germans. You have my sympathy.
Takes German very seriously. That is true. He does. You should see him constantly rewriting my lines for the show.
It's a very exact science.
Oh, it really is.
And I need to act very harsh methods of trading to get this.
He's like Fred Astaire in that respect.
Only with less body movement.
Yeah, but he was very exacting. If you didn't get the dancing sweet as a nut, he'd just beat you with sticks.
Well, everybody has his time to enjoy himself. Time. Wait, God. I've played way too many PC games lately. I need to talk to people more.
Wow.
Chubby guy with big axe.
Chubby guy with big axe.
Speaking of guys with big axes, and this is going to shock everybody. I'm going to
Has he got an abscess on his knee, Tuffy?
Bomb here. I really like the 40k Corn Berserkers. The new ones.
Right.
But I guess
honestly, if you'd gone, there's some Corn Berserkers, I wouldn't have been able to tell you the difference.
No, that's the nice thing. They just are embiggened.
I imagine that's it. It is just...
They just look like the old ones, and that's just totally fine by me.
Yeah.
whoever made them and stuck with the design philosophy of the old ones. Kudos.
There really wasn't much they could do and still call them corn berserkers.
Well, they
No.
they took the high elves and made them cowheads, so...
Yeah, but that's because high elves don't exist anymore because the world's gone. So you just, get rid of all of it.
I'm not going to say that glory seekers is a word that inspires different associations.
Is it because they spend all the time seeking glory holes? Is that what you were thinking?
Yes, I'm down in the gutter again.
Traveling from town to town.
Speaking of down in the gutter, where's
when they
Crispin?
can't find them. He's in Las Vegas wearing a fuck up Ben, he knows what he did t-shirt. He showed it off in the House Water #BestHouse. And we were all very impressed by it.
So we're now waiting for news articles coming around. Weird man in Las Vegas standing on top of the hill screaming, "You know what you did!"
Just another day in Vegas.
That's probably fair. He could completely go mental there and nobody would notice or even care.
It'd be like Dave syndrome. Be on top of a chair or on top of a car just screaming. Bollock naked. Just with the furs. Is he putting beers on a stripper and smacking them? I imagine he probably is. But yeah.
Tuffy, you're a really quick and dirty pager.
If I had one criticism.
Oh, here it comes. Life-shattering criticisms.
Yep. The way you've set that post up, all the unpainted glory hole seekers are massive and each have their own individual picture, and all the painted ones are grouped in a little tiny group at the bottom that we have to squint at and open up. I would reverse them. I would put the painted ones as individual pictures and then just group the unpainted stuff at the bottom. If people want to see what they look like unpainted, fucking go right ahead. But actually show off your paint jobs. You've painted them more than the rest of us. Fuck, I don't even own them. That's how far behind I am.
Yeah, and we're in 21.
Yes.
So Tuffy
there's that cursed thing that they're releasing add-ons for now, finally.
The game that nobody got.
Well, they're releasing add-ons for it, so people will have to try and find some eBay scalpers to buy it off if they want to play the expansions.
Pay horrendous prices on eBay.
That's how the game is played. I imagine most of the scalpers are actually GW. I just have this, how can you get more money for the company? They put stuff out limited, then they get in the morning and buy it themselves, and then just put it up on eBay at 5 times the price and just rake in extra profits. And they give themselves big fuck off dividend bonuses.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I mean,
or maybe that's a way how they pay their employees now. You get, as a Christmas bonus, you get first buy rights on all things that are exclusive, and what you do with it on eBay is yours.
Oh no, it very specifically says in the contract you cannot sell your shit you get at staff discount.
Oh no, they don't get it as a discount. They just get first buy rights.
They just get first dibs.
Different. Subtle difference.
Right, everybody, you've seen it here first. There's a copy in Castle Douglas. Go, go, go. First to reach it wins. It's like the rat race. It's a race. It's a race. I'm winning. Second half kicking off. Oh, Rudiger's coming on from Madrid.
Are people actually still hunting down Games Workshop stuff like that, or is that finally coming to a close as well?
No. Why would that ever be coming to a close? The only thing that's happened that makes it any different is that they've now said they're doing these seasons, so there'll be 4 of them a year instead of only 1 a year. If anything, it's just been ramped up. You want it all, you got to get in, get the season, get out. Faster.
Next thing Games Workshop will do is do the same thing that Microsoft does with the Xbox games and do a battle pass. So you can chill out £500 and then you get one box per
Yeah.
year
Yeah, like
or
that.
something.
But obviously at a premium. You can't just be chucking this shit out for 500
Of
quid.
course not. It will be
It would
exclusive.
encourage the pores.
Some different miniatures that you can't get anywhere else unless they will be re-released the following year.
All of that. Oh, well, you never know. Army Painter might put one on a sprue called something else. We're looking at you, Sword of Twilight.
Actually, I saw that box when they posted on the release video on YouTube, I think 10 days ago or something.
Oh, but I seen the first preview of it about a month or more ago, and the minute I seen it, I sent a link to it along with a picture of Arunor, the Sword of Twilight, to Lena, going, "Look at this! It's nice that somebody's re-released him."
It's not even a miniature that's slightly like it. It's almost a blatant one-to-one copy.
I mean, it's a really nice miniature. I've only got 3 myself, so if I didn't, I'd probably have to consider seriously picking up another one.
I think those were as extra on a White
They were
Dwarf.
on the front cover of White Dwarf.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I have it somewhere in the box of 6th edition.
It's the best way. It's a nice model.
Yeah, and easy to paint.
I wouldn't know. I've not painted any of them.
Well, I did just primed it black and the coat is red and that's it.
Wow. You
I think I need
madman.
to strip it.
You fucking madman.
So, who's next? Are we still talking?
Next, we're going to have a look at Dolgas. He's a
Still talking Wemster.
grocery boy. Sent by clerks.
Is this how the miniature is actually coming from the box?
It's not. And the next post, which is the mini versions, not the named character version, are also not like they are. Because Dolgath looked at them and went, Jesus, they're static as fuck. How can I make these look more interesting? And that's why we're here, to see somebody doing a bit of conversion work, to add a bit of movement and remove those fucking static poses from the giant war dollies. So I really like the fact they've done that.
Yeah, though personal the opinion, the first one is a bit overdone.
Oh no, the first one's great. Look at that. Zoom. Fucking get right down there. It's very anime-esque.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why I don't like it.
That pose being held there, and there's just like a demon falling into 2 pieces very slowly, just in front of them.
Or maybe I just don't like it because it's not in focus.
Nothing wrong with the focus.
Uh,
Your eyes aren't in focus.
Yeah, I'm going to say nah.
You can say nah all you want.
Yes,
Focus
nah.
is fine.
Nah. Just wait until...
Look at them. They look great.
Just wait until I start saying, nee.
Get Lord send them to crew. Oh, that would be fucking great.
She'll split her seam in the trousers.
Anyway.
Did Lloyd actually get new crew now, or is he just drooling over them?
He fucking hates those crit models.
I can't understand why.
It's the fact he's waited 2 decades and they've released things that are just, from the big book of Citadel static poses, as we used to call it.
It's funny how a company in the business for so long still manages to go, just stand there.
It's mostly because it's all computer design now. I don't even think there are sculptors there, as many as there was. I think a lot of it is Control-C, Control-V on this maquette, and it will just cut and paste the relevant pieces on. You don't need to worry about any of that, and then just hit print at the end of it. Go, yep, that's our new model.
Yeah, I mean, I can get when you have a miniature with a very heavy weapon, why that would be a more static pose because you need to brace yourself for firing, but wielding a gun or something.
Depends on the heavy weapon. Also, heavy weapons used to stick suspensors on them. Every suspensor reduced your movement penalty by minus half an inch, if I remember correctly. So you would just go, heavy bolt, you say, slap suspensors all over it. So just push it along with one finger. Fuck yeah. Don't need to brace this. Brap.
Oh, Tuffy is really pushing
Sculpt.
AI sculpt.
If by AI, well, maybe it's not AI sculpt, maybe it's Al, and Al is like a intern working for free and experience who's just being told to, open the book of static poses, and then I need you to produce these crypt for the end of the week. Here's the crypt folder. You'll find heads in here, legs in here, weapons in here. Get them done.
Weird Al Sculptovich.
Makes sense.
Oh god. Yeah, but can you actually imagine a miniatures game made with AI sculpts?
It's only a matter of time. They'll be fucking horrendous.
That's the horrifying fact on that the automation is really nothing we can hide from anymore. But
go down swinging like the Winchester brothers.
5 eyes, 3 legs.
Scream, fuck Chuck.
I think at that point I would start making miniatures simply by pouring resin over a huge pile of parts and just scoop them up and plotch them on the base.
Oh, it works. Just pour some polystyrene cement into your bits box and shake it, and wherever forms the biggest clump, pull it out. It's all fine. And
that's my chaos demon.
That's not enough eye soap, based on everything that Warren keeps showing. Your minimum eyes generally appear to be in double figures, and if it's actually a face, then that number goes up considerably. So many eyes, it's like a fucking Lovecraftian nightmare.
So basically, AI does beholders very well, but everything else is just nah.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Motherfucker.
Yeah, but I appreciate the work that's done in getting the poses as they are, but
I really like them.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see them painted. Also done, a big Galvy bucket of a sister's army now, so there can't be much more left.
Swap the eyes for skulls and you're golden. Yeah, that's...
that also works.
So who's next on our list of people to...
Terrible bastards.
Yes.
Well, this is a public service announcement.
Oh, God.
You're godding about. I haven't even said anything yet.
When you say this is a public service announcement,
it is a public service announcement.
I'm getting scared. Just to go. What is he up to? And why is it a PSA?
Well, apparently, if you're posting a model of ISIS on the Instagram image, apparently they don't like it if you just write ISIS and nothing else for context. They'll delete your post.
Oh!
And possibly put you on some sort of watch list. So, just so you know, folks.
Oh, God.
It's not the biggest tragedy. The dog in Downton Abbey was named ISIS, and they had to get rid of that after, Al-Qaeda changed their name, or their splinter group went with ISIS instead. And they couldn't just retire the dog. They had to take it out back with a brick and just kill it.
It turns out that Instagram gods don't like it when you caption a post by simply as ISIS. At least that's why I think they removed it. Oh, fucking hell.
It's all good. It's all fine. But ISIS did look quite good as a blue chicken. Blue chicken.
Patok! The other white meat. God,
but again, the non-metallics are quite nice.
I was just going to say the gold looks just amazing.
Too time consuming. Couldn't be arsed. You can't make me. Like the hedgehog. Pretty sure light doesn't burn like that. Both lines. Good. Good man. That's not the last one you'll see in this episode either. So, button on standby. There's just because I see the straight line going down the wings, and I can see that, but then there's that strange curve, and that doesn't make sense to me. But the only way to know for certain is if somebody makes a set of bronze wings like that, and then photographs them and takes them out.
Oh, Dark Denigan, if somebody is called ISIS and they don't do socials, I think it's for the best.
Terrible shame.
Oh, just look at the work on all these gemstones. I'd go mental.
It's all about the lapis lazuli. They're very big on it. Very big on it in the old Egypto. Yeah, it's a really. I mean, I don't know how the game plays, but the things all look spectacular. Varnish issues resolved. So.
Mentioning of the Jerry for suggesting to shake varnish vigorously.
Well, yeah, that varnish in particular, shaking vigorously, doesn't always get it done. You really have to fucking get in there. But at least it meant the varnish wasn't wasted, and it works, and everything works now. It's all fine. We're all fine here. See, this is why I'm proud of the project system.
It can't be underestimated on shaking your rattle cans very good.
Oh, well, this isn't rattle can. This is Mecha Varnish by Vallejo.
Oh, so just a bottle to put in your airbrush or brush on.
Yeah. Oh, well, you could brush on, but it's a matte. There's no way that is going to level out enough so you're not getting brush marks on it. I know turning that upside down, yeah, even turning it upside down, I can see that the bottom centimeter is just solid. So that's
medium.
that is whatever's there, and then there's a gap of about 1.5 centimeters before the actual liquid, which is the rest of the bottle. So even though you're going, oh, I'm shaking up for ages, and then you try and use it, and it just doesn't do the job. But once it's mixed up, it's fucking mustard. I've got myself one of those wee cappuccino things.
These little stir sticks.
That I use for mixing that now. Although I do need to replace this with something longer. That'll be my next job, because it doesn't quite reach the bottom of Vallejo airbrush pots. No, anyway.
Coffee wants to know if you have backed the new Freely Kickstarter.
About 30 seconds after it went live, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. We were filming that evening as well, and when we finished filming, Ben went, "Oh, Dragon Bane's live." Dragon Bane went live 3.5 hours ago, Ben. You've not been paying attention, my son.
Just look at this gold. It's awesome.
Gold. Always believe in your soul. You're indestructible.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I need to watch that video again.
I don't think you do.
Oh, yes, I do. Just makes me feel young again.
The mech mat's amazing. The problem, Damon, he'd been trying it beforehand and then went, they're all fucking glossy. In fact, I think it's the camel picture, and he couldn't understand why it was going. Is it just this glossy, or is there an issue? I was like, oh, Mecha Varnish. I did a whole jerry can on it. It should not be that glossy. Not in any way, shape, or form should it be that glossy. It's a toss-up between that and the AK Ultramat for me. And the Mecha wins because it's fucking cheaper.
Cheaper per bottle or per liter?
Per liter.
Oh, what's this?
Those are...
Oh, those are the camels.
Camels,
now I see them.
See, this is why I keep an eye on what all you kids are doing in the project system.
Oh, that's very shiny.
You never know when somebody's going to require help.
Oh, this is really, really shiny.
That's where you'll find me. That and obviously private projects. Those are the two places you will find me.
So many camels.
So many camels.
A game.
Mm.
Why are people playing games?
Against the human.
Not the AI. Stupid humans.
I need to find something else, Damon. I still have my that little camo pattern. There it is there. My little camo pattern piece of plastic that has been used to do masking chipping, weathering, streaking, varnishing, and I just need to find something else that I can test it out on. Because, you know, if it gets into another couple of jerry cans, I'll be fucking, oh, I even did weathering pencils on it. Yeah, it's featured in so many jerry cans, and I'm gutted if I can't think of another one that I can stick it in there. So,
Well, you could use it for transfer applies.
I've already done transfers in a jerry can.
You use cutting tools that you haven't shown off yet.
I'm going to use cut tools. Maybe some mud effects. Like splash, wet mud and dry mud and stuff.
Texture pastes.
I've done texture. You can never go back. You've always got to go forward. Timberly, always forward. Anyway, yeah.
That's the motto
You
of
got
the...
the hub painting those. That's fucking genius. Yes. Yes, I'm sure he did. Anyway, so yeah.
So, what is next?
Madrid scored. I know you're all gutted. I'm sure Soap is hearing the cries and moans and wails from the bars directly opposite him. Or is there some sort of Brazilian carnival atmosphere going on at the moment?
That would be my personal nightmare, a bar next to my home, going all about the footy.
You need to go back to the bit where people can see what we're looking at, and not just us, although we do look awesome.
So Redverse is doing stuff.
He is.
What is he doing? Tonks!
Not only stuff, but bits and things.
Tiny tonks.
The tiniest of tonks. So 50 mil, probably for flames. In the past, he suggested he might use them for flames. But who knows? But these are stuff that came up from the soft underbelly. So, rocking your way with the British. Look, he's not drilled out the barrel on his tanks. How can they fire? Pew, 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 pew. There's Redverse. Hello. Is it flames you're planning on using these for if you ever play with them?
Hello, Red.
Also, you need to drill out the barrel on your tanks, otherwise they can't fire. That's the rules.
Imagine trying to do that. What kind of drill would you need for that? A 0.5 millimeter?
It depends on the gun. Some of those guns are very big. Some of those guns are 105s, like filth howitzers. Boats without rigging can't sail, but you don't need rigging on boats. We've established this.
We've talked about this.
Pay attention. So many times. But I really like, it's nice seeing somebody else painting up a Flames of War Force. It reminds me of that time we did that TL4 Gamers. Me, Lloyd, Justin, Warren. Now I think about it, only I finished them. Boobies!
Look, attack chicken.
That is Boobies the Griffin, because it's flying forward with its claws going, boobies!
Angry attack griffin, chicken.
Oh, that's why you need to employ children or lesser peoples to do it. Because your job is to drill out the barrels.
You just drill barrels, nothing more.
Yep, that's exactly what they are. I really like it's like a really chestnut red-brown on boobies. And obviously the basing masks the flying stand quite well, because you get that big rocky outcrop that boobies just sweeping over. I had two of these. I gave one away to a Norwegian, but it means I've still got one on the sprue in the box set it came in upstairs. I actually found the Sword Bastards from that starter set yesterday while I was looking for something else. It's well done me.
How often do you get distracted while looking for something else?
Occasionally.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. Don't know what that is. I seen Trish's picture, although we don't know whether or not it was a griffin because it was just the front of a thing. So it could just have been an actual giant eagle-y thing. Don't know. Because it's called like Moon Willow or something like that. I came in with a fantastic That Rocks ROC. Like the giant bird. Class. Very good me. Need to find out what else she's up to. I meant to ask her to just send pictures, so do like a news type thing, but we didn't. Well, I still could. I mean, if only there was some way to contact people over the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible times we live in. Nobody can talk to each other.
Where are you? Oh, you're way far off. We've already looked at, well, I've already looked at those.
Yeah, you've looked at those, not we.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Look, there's Redford's using RPGs with miniatures incorrectly, as a handsome tall man once said.
Oh, look, a lot of tiny fighting men.
Yes, Germans. Do you feel proud?
No.
Of course you do. Look at them.
Even if I would, I couldn't tell you.
Ah, of course you could.
Bound by law
we
not
won't
to
write
say
you.
so.
Look how stylish they are in their Hugo Boss outfits.
Yeah, that's... There are things in the past that I really can't wrap my head around, but then again, I wasn't there. So, who knows?
Don't worry. Hugo Boss was very much on board. In fact, if memory serves, Hugo offered his services and remained an ardent supporter to the day he died.
Now, the thing that
he wasn't press ganged.
The thing that I was referring to was how the fuck that all these people who were big and mighty during the war times still managed to be
stick around.
Yeah, that's just
because capitalism is great. I thought you knew.
Why are you playing with that alarm clock or whatever it is?
It's my paint still on the side of my glass. It's like in Italy after World War II, there was a socialist, not communist, socialist party called Frente Popolare. And the West was so worried that these socialists would get in, and the next thing you know, Moscow would just be there with their communist ways, that they threw money at the other parties in Italy. Fucking threw money. So much so that campaign, that election campaign, adjusted for inflation, is still the most expensive election campaign that has ever been run anywhere in the world. And that includes Super PAC place, America.
Oh,
that's how much money they threw at that, because they really like capitalism and weren't at all fond of the old workers' rights. So, you know, when you put it like that, was it any wonder that big companies and people with cash kept on going?
Yeah, no,
Frente Popolare.
Shall we go on to the next project to have something interesting and nice?
Always have interesting, nice things. Also, Winston Churchill released a fascist field general to contest that campaign, because that's how much Churchill was anti-fascist. Field Marshal Bardolio, I need you, he screamed.
So Hatch is doing stuff?
Dirty Old Town. Now, these are 3D prints, so you'll probably be able to find some old bunch of stuff on them that you don't like. But this is for Blood and Plunder. However, he's also been doing quite a lot of stuff for World War One, for Blood and Valor as well. The World War One stuff's particularly nice. I do quite like the buildings he's done for Blood and Plunder there. And they'll work equally well in, I suppose, Italy and Spain, although you shouldn't really be fighting in Spain so much. I know, I suppose you could. World War One, why not? Yeah, go nuts.
Tonk.
Pogues fan. Could be.
I still, for some odd reason, this design speaks to me.
See,
I like it.
Of course it does.
It's a brick.
We require a land ship that can fire many guns in all directions.
Yeah, but nobody mentioned the possibility that the crew would suffocate. On engine fumes.
Only when the engine's running.
Yeah, but when it's not running, what's the point?
You've got Breck in the middle of the battlefield. It's all good. It's all fine.
Let's compare a before. So this is blocked in colors.
Yep.
Looks decent. Yeah, definitely took it up a notch.
Oh, all the washes and primary. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, it also emphasizes the print lines, so I'm torn.
Like Natalie Imbruglia,
Yes, only with less boobs.
League of Voting's next release. Is it going to be the Pogues? That'd be awesome.
Isn't that a band?
It is, yes. Some of them are, actually Irish. Not many of them. And certainly not Shane, but
Oh, these guys don't look too healthy.
Oh, they're fine.
A very pale skin tone. Lads, you may want to have another cup of coffee.
Oh, I'm with you now, Dave. Yes, the brick. It's not big in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle enough. I was really gassed. How about you, big man? How's life? Still working for IKEA. I discovered today IKEA do a magnetic
I had
model
you muted.
movement tray thing, which I was totally unaware of. And now I'm like, oh, fuck, I need to order those. So there's something, it's like a letter stacking thing called I want to say it's called a Clitha. And it's like a white metal box that has trays you can
Removable
put
trays,
out,
yeah.
and they're all metal, and they're all set at certain heights, but it means you can put some in and some out. And I have a battle foam magnet system bag and tray, which cost like 120 quid. And if you get one of these letter document holders from IKEA and a sewing bag for £20, you can make one for 40 quid.
Yeah.
all in with postage. And I'm going, I will fucking sign me the fuck up for this. So you may start seeing, there might be a fucking jerry can on that. You may start seeing a mass amount of people after the Clisa letter stacking document thing. I'm just going, this is just wonderful. Why have I not paid attention to this before?
I've seen that thing about a year ago, and if I remember correctly, you get even more space workable if you flip the trays. It works better that way, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
because of the spacing.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
Because if you
I was going to say the ones I seen looked like the trays were lined, so they weren't just metal. They may have had like a thin layer of cork or something on them. So if you flip them, you don't have the stuff, so you get a tighter fit on it.
Yeah, and also the lowest part suddenly becomes available as stacking space.
Exactly that, Radagast. Then you just need to find a cooler bag or a sewing machine bag that's somewhere around 32 by 32 by 25. Because I know those are the measurements, because I spent quite a long time on Amazon earlier looking through them. If you're in Germany, by the way, you can just get a W6 sewing bag from that company, which is perfect. It's like 2 centimeters taller than you need it to be, but otherwise spot on, and the front opens down, which is just ideal for your movement trays. So there you go.
Yeah, but that's a very nice piece of furniture if you have the space. Make it from cardboard, but cardboard isn't magnetic. Silly
it might
you.
Be. You don't know. Has anybody tried? Has anybody checked? Magnets, how do they work? If the Insane Clown Posse can't tell me how a magnet works, I don't think you have the scientific knowledge and background to shit on their parade. One of them's probably a professor. Stop laughing. Send some juggalos round your house. Kick the shit out of you.
Hold on. Wait a sec.
Of course, yeah. You just keep it in the box it came in. Just slide it down, slide it out. You don't even need a bag. Have you gone off to look for your Insane Clown Posse t-shirt? Oh, you've got... okay, there's Foamy. Don't know why Foamy's giving me the fingers. I'm not the one who said the Insane Clown Posse had not done the research.
Oh, actually, I was looking for this one.
Magic is how. Help. There's no help here. Here, no help. Like Chopper in that respect. Anyway, yeah. So
yeah, Hutch is doing his big collectathon.
The World War One stuff looks fucking amazing. You can see more of it further down if you've not already been there. So, you can see the British tanks as well. And there's like I wouldn't say it's a battle report because he just blue balled us with some pictures, but his mate, Lev Vikopal, built a board, and the board is fucking stonking. So you need to go. We were not leaving here until you've seen the board. Past all of that shit. Past that. Keep going. There you go. There's more World War One. Stop. Hammer time. Open those images. They're great.
That's trenches for you.
Oh, it's just really, really nice. I mean, if you're going to have a friend make a board for you to play on, it's probably worth reaching out to him, see if he needs any more friends. You don't know me, but I have some.
The conversation starts a bit like a spam email. Dear friend.
Will you be my friend? You don't want to say dear friend right off the bat. That just sounds like you've already decided for them. You need to lead them there gently. Offer them something like a conquer that's like a grandfather of like 15 or something. Do it that way. Build up to it. Really
I'm
good conquer.
Representing the last will of the late.
Dearly beloved.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So look at that board. Sweet. I'd love to play on a board like that.
And I love that. I'm not the only one thinking of getting little inserts in your trays for keeping your minis all lined up properly.
I've got little inserts in my trays, although mine are made out of foam, so they're because I don't have for the really useful boxes. So there's foam inserts, so I don't need to magnetize them. Although you could have magnetized it, but I didn't. So fuck you, not the boss of me. Ray Darcy from Kildare.
Who is the boss of you? I wonder.
Well, not Ray Darcy anyway.
So who's next?
Yes, God.
Where do we go?
Zoid Pinhead, or as he's known to his friends,
Lame.
ZPH.
Put a smack on my rear end.
Very quick one. We've already seen a warped out Slanya. But since he had the older Foundry version, he decided to do that as well.
Oh, color references.
Yes. Look, color wheel. I've got one of those just there. Sometimes I look at it, sometimes I don't. I got one from Scale 75, Scale Color, wherever the fuck their company's called. And it had been badly printed, so the colors weren't actually real colors. So, where it should have been a vibrant orange, it was like an off ochre. Where it should have been a green or a purple. They'd missed one of the layers of print, or one of the things had run out. So my color wheel was not a color wheel. It was great. And I kicked around for ages until eventually I went, I need to throw this in the bin. This is just getting in my way here.
Yeah, I love the fact that on this miniature you can see every vein.
Yes. Every vein. All his knuckles. He has knuckles where you wouldn't expect to see knuckles.
And the freehand.
I was looking at that one. It's a bit bigger, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility of using it. There was because that's in the insulated bag section. Because I did look at some cool bags, but there's one that's slightly smaller. But there was also one that was 2 centimeters too short, but it's a cool bag that's like boxy and spongy. And I'm looking at going, but is it 2 centimeters too short, or is there that? Is there the room there for stretch? Because I'm not putting those fucking ice blocks into the top of it. I'm almost tempted to get one because I can always send it back and go, nah. So anyway.
Might fit.
Yeah. It's worth a try. 3-0. Fuck off. Eden Hazard as well. Somebody goes through that prick. How turn the tables, huh? How turn the tables.
Tables don't turn. That's a weird expression. Whoever made that up. Tables are stationary.
Depends on the table.
Well, all my tables are very much stable. Where's Fugu? There's Fugu.
Fugu.
The barrow. That's where Fugu is.
Oh, I was talking to myself looking for the button. You know, this one.
Fugu.
Run out of beer.
Why would beer run away?
I don't know. Anyway. It's yeah. Oh, you haven't been here. I think I made Ben give him a golden button, which is possibly why I've been here before.
I don't know why, but these helmets look wrong. For some odd reason.
It's because they're based on the comic and not on actual helmets. So yes, they are very wrong because they're very characterized and cartoonish.
And the
I mean,
fact that they're
that
wearing
one's practically Judge Dredd right there.
and the fact that they're wearing orange trousers makes them look like inmates just escaped from some kind of prison.
I think you'll find saffron-coloured things were very popular in Ireland. We had an awful lot of, I can't remember what the plant was that got used to do all our saffron dyeing. But yeah, orange and yellow was very much au fait. Tables can be flipped. It's like playing where somebody was telling me you could flip the table. Huh. I was interviewing somebody. Oh, I'm very confused now. I've been interviewing a lot of people recently. Everything's sort of blending together.
This is a very empty table.
No, it's not. You're just far away. Think how much space there is in real life.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's
There's an
what.
awful lot more space than things close together when you think about it, especially on a universal scale.
Imagine you would be playing a World War II game to scale with miniatures. How big would you need to go on table, or how low would you need to go on scale to have it in scale?
Oh, it'd be madness. But you've seen my Rourke's Drift.
Yes.
That is scaled to 28mm. That's why it needs to be played.
And that's
on an
madness.
8x6 because Rourke's Drift will not fit on a standard 6x4 table because it's too fucking big. And that's before you get into weapon ranges and or orange pants, which for some reason is causing you issues. I don't know why. Did anybody see Mantic's video about how they decided on the name for the new book? No?
How did they decide? Did they throw dice?
They had like a round table sort of thing, and yeah. So
Designed
they were throwing
by a committee.
They were throwing ideas back and forth to see what would work. Like the Kings of War Almanac, which was too sporty, and Kings of War Classic, too boring. Two Kings, Two War was unfortunately shouted down. And
Two Kings, One War?
And eventually they just went, should we just call it Kings of War, but change the cover colour from green to red? No, yeah, let's do that.
So everybody who's colorblind is now having a hard time finding the correct version.
You know. That's all right. That's why traffic lights are red and green, so we can whittle them out. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, they put it up this afternoon. I know this because I was sitting here building fucking night models, Batman things, and going fucking blind.
Why are you building Batman?
For an unboxing, and possibly for gameplay. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Not the worst thing I built this week, by the way. Mearse Miniatures, looking at you. Cunts.
Oh, there's a thing we need. A list of manufacturers which are good or bad to build, and just rank them on an average.
Well, it's a shame Tauros isn't here because he would already be weighing in with all the companies that just do one-piece miniatures. Right off the bat, I'm 100% on board with that.
Yeah, okay.
Considering some of these whites have separate fucking thumbs, a skeletal hand, and they've got a separate thumb in 28mm that you have to glue on.
You're not being serious now, are you?
Oh, I am very much serious, which is why this cunt doesn't have a thumb currently. Because I've got to fucking put a fucking thumb on that.
Holy shitballs.
Let me see if I can do this without this disappearing. Because it's my face. The machine goes, if you can't see his face, then you have to go away. Let me just remove a bit of sprue on it, actually. So, because I don't want you thinking that's bigger than it actually is. Right. And then obviously I have to wait for the fucking delay as well. Just be in the hole. So, can you see this bit at the very, very top?
The very tiny branch.
That is not a very tiny branch. That is a thumb for a skeleton.
Why?
Well, why? Because that hand is going that way. Now there's another hand that's going a different way, and it's got a long pointing finger, which is this fucking thing here. Again, there's sprue at the front I've got to trim off, so it's only actually 2/3 the length of that. Again, I should not be gluing individual skeletal digits to a fucking resin model.
Not in 28mm. I get.
Not on any fucking scale.
Well, if it would be.
No, even if it was 1-to-1, and somebody went, "Can you assemble a skeleton for us?" Oh, you need to put all the fucking fingers together. I would refuse. That skeleton would be wearing fucking mittens. Fucking mittens.
Please, somebody make an undead force at 28mm.
It's wearing mittens.
Mitten.
Skeleton Inuits.
And to make it a themed army, they all need to be halfling skeletons wearing chef hats.
That would explain why the skeletons are so angry if they were Inuit skeletons, because they can't rub noses because they don't have any nose. So they're just all really angry all the time. I tell you what, this army book's writing itself.
Oh god. Welcome, Zoipenhead.
Yes. Yes, we did like him. That's why we came here, and then turned out Timberley hadn't seen any of the rest of the stuff. He's probably still going to open, and we'll get there eventually. I was just discussing Mears and their joy in adding skeletal fingers that need to be glued on fucking individually. Cats.
And we ended up at halfling undead skeleton chefs with mittens.
Yeah, well, or Inuits. It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Oh god, I'm going to have the weirdest dreams tonight.
Yeah, you shouldn't eat cheese before bed then.
But why not?
Because, you know, things.
Yeah.
Oh, Wargames factory skeletons are fucking doddle in comparison, Doug. Oh, Christ. I might break open the box of them and the... Because Warlord have them now. So, you know, maybe I'll just enjoy myself gluing their fucking legs to their hips and shit.
It's a bit very Games Workshop themed today, but this entry I don't mind at all, because Andre has really done some nice paint on some really cool gobos.
Also, we know how much you like seeing Germans in the thing. That's why we had 42, and that's why we have Andre.
I just love
all
these
about,
little
all
buggers.
about the Germans.
I love these little buggers.
The Rebel Grots. Vive la Revolution. Boris El Rosso.
I still think those are one of the most underrepresented factions in that game.
Oh, they were magnificent. I've still got most of mine. Kicking around in various places. I really like the fact he's built a Rebel Grot cutter and the was it the Lugger was the big ship? So I had to scratch build them because you know you can't get them anywhere. The only thing missing is the berets, because I put berets on all of mine. To really lean into the Rebel Grotness of them all. Button on standby. Look at that mold line. Wow.
Where did I miss?
What do you mean where? Jesus Christ, it's right down the front of the Muty reader on the Unk.
I was so distracted by all the gobos.
See? You're fine when it's goblins. See?
I just love goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like seeing somebody doing Muty raiders.
Oh, there's it. Big Slugger Unsinkable 2.
Yep, there you go. I'm really annoyed. I cut my Lugger up to make it into a bigger Lugger and then stopped playing Gorkamorka, and then I kind of lost the bits. So, not that you can get any of them anymore. Rebel Grots were fucking amazing. 3 cutters, a Lugger, and off you go, bringing joy to the world.
And taking teeth home.
Oh, you know, whatever you could, really.
I'm pretty sure I saw this toy somewhere. The boat he's using as a base.
Yep, Best thing about it, no rigging. So, just throwing it out there. Yeah.
All are equal. But there's not one crude in here.
Well, no, there wouldn't be because they're very static. Very static. Gotta have standards.
And banners. And flags.
See, we're into the last week, and the Commonwealth are trying to tear Eric away from La Chevette. Don't worry. I'm gently nudging Tom. I told him if Eric doesn't go to La Chevette, I'll cut him.
Who will you cut? Tom or
Tom? Oh, fucking Tom. Fucking have you.
Do Games Workshop still make these? I don't
No.
think so. Oh, that's a shame.
Why the fuck would they do that? It's something people want to buy.
Yeah, but I guess that's
Sell another Primaris Lieutenant instead.
in the umpteenth foot on rock pose.
No, well, you know, that's something that League of Votan Dwarf Wizard
Oh God!
had
Don't,
rock on
no,
foot. Fucking really was that sham, as I
not
believe they say in
not
France.
going to talk about those guys. These. Oh no!
I still hope in a couple of years' time, GW will then introduce the squats to 40k, who'll just come in and kill all these League of Votan things.
Heretics, you die.
I know, heretics, you know, just the squats return. Going, who are these cunts? Why are they mining our shit? Fuck them all up, lads.
Yeah, I don't know why some people at Nottingham thought it would be a good idea to do that radical redesign.
Because people buy Space Marines. People didn't buy squats. People buy Space Marines. Therefore, make the squats look more like Space Marines. People will buy them.
I go out on a limb and say if you take one of those squads, Sons of Wotans, and you put them next to a standard Marine from last generation, they would be the same height.
Oh yeah, 100%. Very, 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 very much so. Doug, there's a really good Space Station Zero project in the project system that I didn't feature this week because you can't make me, and also I want to see what else goes in it before we chuck it in.
These are proper squads.
Well, yeah. That's the rock here. Is that them?
Rocknauts.
I knew it was rock something.
Rocknauts.
Rock dots.
However, he decided on that name. I love the minis to bits, and I love them to paint.
That's like astronaut and rock, so it's a rock knot.
Probably. So, I think we have one more for the show.
One more, and then we're done with our tightly scripted half hour.
Crispin, who isn't here? And
Isn't here because he's off wearing a Ben shirt in Las Vegas right now.
Is he wearing just the shirt, or is he fully clothed?
The photograph was only from the waist up, so
we leave that.
We've no way to know for
interpretation.
certain.
Nope.
I will say this: he looks very young. I mean, there's not a wrinkle on the fucker.
Yeah.
The same.
So he's obviously fixing up the castle at last.
Yes, yeah. Don't know if we'd been here since he kind of went, it's coming back to me and I'm going to work on it.
I think the last time we were here was actually on the day he got it back, and not since.
Yeah, so there have been the occasional picture in the background of some other stuff he's doing and stuff floating around in the House of Water # Best House. But you can see how he's actually stripping it all back to rebuild it. For, as the man says, he has the technology. And the fact it's a 20-plus-year-old castle made by two teenagers.
Yeah, that makes it even more depressing.
It's fucking amazing work at the time. I mean, these days people would just go, "Oh, 3D print that shit or whatever," or I'll do X, Y, and Z.
Or buy
I mean, that
a
was
ready-made kit of MDF and just slap it together.
yeah. This was just old school, painstaking, fucking hand built everything. It's madness. Absolutely fucking madness.
Yeah, I can see how the attention of detail he put into this could drive one insane and up the walls and down again. It's just look at it. Look.
He's telling us, or maybe me, I don't know. Sometimes I chat to Crispin. It may have been in the House of Order though, that TSR, when they were at whatever show they were at, TSR wanted it to do like photo shoots and stuff for book internals in it, but they were only willing to give credit and no cold hard cash, so they turned them down. And it's like, looking back on it, should have taken the credit. To be able to look back and go, D&D fucking second edition or AD&D or wherever the fuck it was that they were producing at that stage, because it was a long fucking time before third. There was a chance that this castle could have been splashed all over it, and not. So just goes to show you should always whore yourself out to companies for no money at all, kids. That is exactly what you should do all the time. And if it's not a company, if it's just somebody who's relatively famous, do that as well. No bad will come of it. Why are you putting that up on screen? Fuck's sake. There's very little trust in the room. Have you noticed that, people? Have you noticed that? Why do I keep coming back?
Because you can say words on this show that you are not allowed on any other show.
I say them on the other shows, but then the editors remove them.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean.
Did they leave all the hooker bit my tongue out bit in the XLBS?
No, that's still in there.
Oh, that's all right. That's fairly mild. A hook bit your tongue off?
I guess because it's a quote, and only people who are in the know actually know what's about it.
Slap chop. What a stupid name for a technique.
Yeah, and it made its way.
Your tongue off?
And it also made its way into German YouTubers.
Right.
There has been a tutorial.
But it makes no... I was saying that because I'm subscribed to his channel. But it makes no sense. You're not slapping anything on. You're not chopping anything up. Why call it slap chop? Why not call it heavy dry brush and contrast? Zenithing for people who don't own an airbrush. Any of those.
Or call it paint slap. You slap on paint.
Paint slap kind of works. I'd let, I wouldn't have the need to go, a hooker bit your tongue off, if you said paint slap. If you've not seen that College Humor thing, you should definitely watch that. I think it's called The Chamois Guy Goes to Jail.
No, it's not the Marco way. Marco does things differently.
Marco does all sorts of weird shit. He probably has, but but you wouldn't call it a slap chop.
Oh, Doug is saying he will miss free. Well, I don't think anybody chopped her contract.
No, she wants more money. She's gone off to a company that can afford to pay her more money. I can understand,
Yeah, that's especially when looking at current cost of living.
Cost of living's a wee bit. I got an email today from my electricity supplier going from 1st of October, your price is going to go up 32.4%. So
It's insane.
It's kind of bad. The only good thing for me is I own this house. I'm not paying a mortgage.
Yeah, that's the best way to keep yourself in a house, by owning. And everybody who tried to tell me in the past, you don't need to own a house. Fuck you, of course. You need to own property. That's the only way you can be sure that they won't put you out on the street. Marco is like Mo Farah taking you out for a gentle run. It's all nice and easy, then 10k in, he pisses off down the road and leaves you in his wake.
It could be worse.
Yeah, he could
It
just
could have been
start off.
Paula Radcliffe. Fucking had explosive diarrhea all down the fucking course. That was one of my favourite marathons ever.
I think I saw pictures of that,
Uh,
and I wish I didn't.
but the important thing is to know when to bug out, Doug. You just go, right, he's got to this point, and he's just like sprayed some colour on it, fucked a wash over it in oil, and then rubbed it off 15 minutes later, went, that's fine. I just go, that's the point where you just switch the video off. You don't watch him then subtly highlight and add detail and scratches and stuff for the next 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
then go at the end. They're not bad for 4 hours work. I will shit you right up, Marco, once we work out where you live exactly. Have you tried playing the Where Does Marco Live game, Mick? Because I know Steve and me reckon he's somewhere that backs onto the Phoenix Park. We should be able to work out where he lives, and we can pay that Italian fuck a visit.
Welcome to Unofficial Hobby Hangout, where we triangulate the living quarters of Marco.
He did a video where he was talking about different types of nozzles for spray cans that give you different effects when you're spraying, and he does it on his balcony.
Oh, that's bad.
Overlooking the back, so we can work it out from that.
Red, I guess, doesn't know who Marco is.
Marco's
Hello there!
painter from Italy who now lives in Dublin. He has a YouTube channel called NJM. So if you Google Marco NJM, not just Mecca, which is weird because I've never seen Mecca on his channel anyway. So presumably his old blog used to have a lot of Mecca on it. But these days it's mostly 40k. But he's a really interesting painting style. So.
And he has a
I think you're right, Doug. I don't think it is stalking if it's hobby related. I think you're fine.
And he also has a very special way of talking to people. Marco Frisoni NJM is the channel name.
The parabolic mic at the ice cream van, but it'll be yeah. It'd be very much like that.
There he is. Oh, he hasn't been done a video for the last 2 weeks. That's unusual.
He's more or less swapped on the 2
welcome
weeks
back
at
to
the moment
Not
'cause
Just
he's been
Mecha.
doing bigger
It's Marco
projects.
here, and today we speed paint with crazy efficiency.
The
Just-
most
just-
interesting thing for me was when he was doing something recently. It may have been the bus that he was entering in that painting competition in Belgium. And at that point, he was going at university. He studied history or something like that. And I was sure he'd done art because of A, his painting technique, and B, how he gets on all the time with Zorn palettes and Griseldi and all the rest. I was going, no, I never did art. Maybe if I'd done art, this would have helped me out earlier. But I did history. Going, fuck's sake, you belong in a museum, Marco.
Well, maybe someday he will be in a
Was it
museum.
Netherlands? You all look alike down there, to be fair. Belgium, the Netherlands, Denmark, you're all practically the same country.
And they all talk funny.
Yeah, shocking, isn't it?
Shall we call it a day on that?
Sure, we can do that. Heraldez is not posted. I've never seen. So I don't follow anybody on Twitters or Instagram images or anything like that. So I'm not sure. But yeah, we can leave it at that. We've given these cunts enough, and Celtic have fucking collapsed in the second half. After that first goal went in, they just went to pieces. Which again, I'm sure will be deeply upsetting the people in the bar around Soup. Actually, Soup might not get to sleep tonight from the fucking party atmosphere.
Flying cans and stuff.
I can suggest these. They're silicone earplugs. They're really good, really tight seal once they go in there and then sort of fill. So.
Do you use those when recording Weekender?
No. Don't need to.
I just wanted.
Everybody else who isn't me just sounds like white noise in the background. It's like I just ignore them. Don't need earplugs for that.
Ah, okay.
Just blank it out.
So everybody who watched the live stream, thank you for being here. Thank you, Jerry, for also being there and
I
providing
was here, yeah.
all the project
It's
links.
all good. Yeah.
Thanks to me for
Well done,
staying
mate.
awake and not to ramble on too much. And
Yeah, you did do that, but we can let it slide.
who's talking?
Exactly. What?
See you a lot next week, and take care. Stay hydrated. Remain indoors. Bye.
Gas cans.